What is up, everybody? Welcome. I'm feeling healing the higher self. So the last reading was urging us to open up a book, any book. And I went upstairs. I found these two books. And I'm like, okay, let me open up to any page. My own friend and companion, when I was little and didn't yet have a sister, was Mitzi, a brown wire-haired mongrel. We played and had long conversations during which she heard many of my secrets and shared my joys and sadnesses. We ran in the fields and huddled together through thunderstorms. I gave a great deal of myself to Mitzi, and she faithfully reflected that self back to me, helping me learn more about who I was and in those early days what I was feeling. When she died, she went on teaching me about loss and grief and about the renewal of hope and joy. The gifts we treasure most over the years are often small and simple. In easy times and in tough times, what seems to matter most is the way we show those nearest us that we've been listening to their needs, to their joys, and to their challenges. So in that reading too was also letting us know, hey, what do we want when we were a child? What do we feel? Now it's asking us, what was our sadnesses, our hopes, our joys? What grief did we go through? Who went through that grief with us? Whether it was a Mitzi or it was a diary, we all had a Mitzi. Someone or something there through times of sadness, challenging times of joy, happy times. This was page 73 and 72, adding up to 9 and 10, meaning, the end. So these times are, let's see, overall energy, let's see, you are your purpose. So maybe this has something to do with your purpose. Let's see. Let's pull for overall energy for this collective listening. You came here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. Overall energy. Okay. We'll take it. These two are in the subconscious. So I open up this book. Pay attention, Carter Jones. So, pay attention, Carter Jones. So, and the number 8 was up top. 8, which we are in this dragon year of the dragon, which goes to this 8, this lemon skate. We talked a great deal about the lemon skate. And then at the top in bold, it says a rabbit. And then it gives this description of what this rabbit means in this term, in this terminology. And it says, a rabbit is a batsman who may be new to the game or simply not very skilled, and so seems to be fearful as he faces the bowler. Now, the bowler and the batsman. Now, what is this terminology? And I'm like, what the hell is this? I don't know because I don't play cricket. So maybe you play cricket, Now, in cricket, the batsman is the person you think with the bat, the person on the offense trying to make these runs. And the bowler is on the defense trying to knock this off, trying to not let them score, the defense. So we're talking about a rabbit being a batsman who may be new to the game, who don't know very much. They're not skilled. They don't know too much. So they're fearful when they're facing the bowler, right? Now, when I looked up the rabbit spiritual medicine, rabbits have a lot to do with innocence and vulnerability. And the rabbit medicine was all about overcoming these fears, about about being fearful but going through it anyway. You know, rabbits, they, let's see, rabbits are very gentle and timid. So this medicine for moving through fear, they this is by living by one's own rules, and this is also about receiving hidden teachings and receiving hidden knowledge. We were also talking about that. Strengthening your intuition, because rabbits, they base a lot of their actions, and they're very quick too. They're quick thinkers and quick movers, and they do so based on their intuition, right? This is telling you to reevaluate where you are and reevaluate the process of what we're going through to where we're going, and we're seeing if this matches with our future. We want to rid ourselves of any negative feelings or barriers, and this is also teaching us to be more humble. So if you see a rabbit, this is asking you, like, what force is the universe trying to, you know, steer your way? This is telling you that this force, this universe, trying to start you up again, trying to get you to start moving again, to stop worrying, to rid of these fears, to get rid of these old beliefs, these, you know, fearful things, these self-sabotaging fears. And this probably was really affecting you recently, and maybe this did affect your intuition, and because mine, you know, mine's been a lot down too. So what to do about this? There's top 3 things that you can do to work through this. The first thing we could do is meditate. Through this meditation, we'll get creativity through our intuition and spiritual advice, you know, advice from the divine. The second thing is passion. We want to move off of our passion. You know, what do you love to do? What are you passionate about? And then pursue that, because this is where your power, the power lies behind the passion. And this is where, you know, that power comes from, your passion. And number 3, as these false beliefs and these false concepts, drop them, get rid of them, cut them off. You know, all of these, I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that, or I need this, or I need that. And there's these things to expose or rid of these false beliefs, and it's called The Work by Brian Cate. He came up with these 4 things, you know, the work that you can do, these 4 things that you could do to get rid of these false beliefs, you know, questions. And the first question you're supposed to ask yourself is it true? The second question is, if it is true, can you absolutely know it's true? Like from the bottom of your heart, no, it's true. The third thing is, how do you react when you attach that thought? What reaction do you get when you attach to that thought? Are you sad? Are you mad? Are you happy? You know, how do you feel? And then number 4, who would you be without that thought? And then turn that thought around into something else, something that makes you feel good, something that's positive. And you know, this is supposed to help us. So yeah, so then I opened it up, and after we see the rabbit, I was reading, you know, what page were we at? 52 and 53, which is 7 and 8. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the order that we have to go. Perhaps we have to do this first, you know, rid of the negative before we add this positive, you know, and then, you know, we really have to, maybe this is the fear the fear is about this loss and this grief, about this childhood memories, about these feelings, you know. This is saying that Ned went for his walk the second time around the block, meaning that, you know that saying, like, I've been around the block. I already know. I've been around this block. You know, I know already how to go. I know what's here. I know what it is. And perhaps this is saying that you've already been here, so you already know. So perhaps it's telling us to, like, bring our skills, to bring what we know already to our future endeavors and see where it takes us. You know, going around that block this time, we might end up on the other end of the city. You know, we might find secret passage, or, you know, an underground treasure or something, you know what I'm saying? So by the time, keeps on sticking up, by the time. So by the time, I don't know if you're saying, oh, by the time this, I'll be happy, by this time something, or by this time that, I don't know what it is. Maybe it has something to do with this light. And it says inner space and universal knowledge. Oh my gosh. So, and this is in reverse. So this is talking about secret knowledge. So maybe this is secret knowledge about the inner universe. You know, as above, so below, as within, so without. This reminds me of that hand and this connection with the emperor, with the order, the Hierophant. And this is number 20, which leads to number 2, which is the High Priestess. So this is when the High Priestess meets the Hierophant. This is our subconscious meeting with this discipline. Let's see, from our higher self. We'll pull one. And then we'll pull some tarot cards and go along with this reading. I said go along, and then I seen go with the flow. So I guess we're just gonna go with the flow. What did it collapse in? What do we need to know to go with the flow, yo? The truth from the source, from God, divine guidance. Well, we're not trusting it. Perhaps this is it. You know, in order to go with the flow, we have to trust the process. We cannot have any ties to the outcome, the how, or the whys. You know, we really have to disassociate this. It's almost as if you're not even trusting your own intuition. It's like you know something, but it's like, oh, well, I don't have, like, physical evidence. It's like, well, you already know you don't need physical evidence. Trust. And then these all came out in the deep subconscious. We'll open up these. We'll still save these for the very end. Maybe we'll open up the one. Save the one. We'll open up this one. And then we'll read this one at the end. It came up upright. Okay, this is number 9. It says, heal yourself to heal the world. And it's in reverse. So it's that light. Wow. Oh, wow, y'all. What a beautiful reading. Holy moly. So, yeah, remember what we said? Trust the process. Trust in which way we're going. Trust the direction. Trust the direction that you're being led. It's as if whatever is happening just in alignment. It's as if, look, and this, it reminds me of this High Priestess, like going up into here. It's almost as if we are light as a feather instead of hard as a rock. And it might be as though that we are light as a feather, and it feels as though that we have all of these rocks, meaning, these burdens on top of us. Perhaps this is what is blocking us. Maybe it's these fears and these loss, this grief, that we're holding on to. Perhaps this is why this is saying to let go and to trust this white. From when she's letting go, when she lets go, this white lights up this rock, and it's as if this trust, it's as if it forms a way, a new direction. So don't worry about the how and the why, how are we going to get it, why is it going to work, or what's it going to, don't even worry about that. Just know that where you're going, this is going, the spirit, God, the source is taking us there. And we're supposed to trust this process. Patience. And this is in reverse. So it's as if we're not trusting the process. Look, see this seed? It's as if like a mother with a baby in the womb. That baby cannot come out premature, or else, he's going to be attached to all these machines. It's going to be a while. We're going to have to even wait even longer. Maybe, you know what I mean? It might cause long-term damage. There is a process. There is a process to this. And this is what we're supposed to, trust the process. Look, inner space and universal knowledge. And this is what this seed is. It's this breaking up. Perhaps we were in the darkness, like this seed in this germination period, and we've been cracked open, and we've experienced this pain of going from this seed to this total different, we're a whole different structure. We're made totally different now. Before we were made the seed, now we're made a fucking tree. Come try to knock us down. We're gonna bend. We're gonna bend and bow with this wind and go with the flow. But we're not gonna move. We're not gonna move. We're not gonna uproot. We're gonna stand tall. We're gonna stand tall. And this is what this nature is telling us. To stand here, to be this tree. To be this, this Bucky stands. If the car's coming home, just stand there, like a deer in headlights. This is what we are, like a deer in headlights, almost like shocked, spooked, but we're not moving. We're staring this eye to eye, face to face, and we're not backing down. And this is what this direction is calling us to lead toward this nature, to lead toward what you're good at, to what you were born to do, to what you wanted to do when you were little. When we heal ourselves, we heal our world. And this is where this is beginning. It's trying to say it starts with us. You want somebody, it's like, if I want to change, if I want the world to change, I gotta start with I gotta change first, It's like, I want to be in a relationship. I want someone to love me. Well, you know what? I gotta first love myself. If I don't love me, who else is, so no one's gonna love me. And it's as if once we receive this inner knowledge, it's as if maybe we are being taught. Like maybe we didn't have patience, and we're being tested and put through all of these experiences to where we're going to gain patience. And we're put through all of these experiences where we're going to trust our intuition. We're going to trust the spirit. We're going to trust this direction we're going, And to heal ourselves, maybe this is telling us to look into, to heal ourselves, to heal the world. Maybe we look to the nature, to animals, to plant medicine. Plants talk to us. They hold memory. Same with crystals. They're alive. They breathe. They have atoms and molecules. They vibrate. They're all trying to tell us something. The last card remaining, y'all. Ooh, when it feels right, do it. Goes back to this inner knowledge. It's as if we receive some kind of, I want to read this nature, and then we'll read when it feels right to do it. So, this nature. Nature itself is the best physician, like I said, like earth medicine, like plants and crystal medicine, animal medicine. What does deer mean? Probably the same thing as the rabbit. Same thing like the crow and the penguins. It all means something, and that was by Hippocrates. Your higher self is asking that you spend some time in nature and heal your mind, body, and emotions. Nature contains healing elements that cleanse, uplift, and revitalize. Just as you take a bath to cleanse the toxins off your physical body, you should take a nature bath that will cleanse the mental and emotional toxins contained in the internal body. Surround yourself with trees, water, sun, flowers, and various plants to experience restoration. Water is naturally purifying. And spending some time alone next to a stream, river, or lake will help naturally release pent-up emotions that may be weighing you down. The sun offers its own healing in the form of warmth and comfort. It is life-giving and energizing and will fill you with the force of optimism. Consider resting next to a tree to experience mental well-being. Breathe in the fresh oxygen emitted from its leaves to help clarify the mind. Take a forest bath to clear the senses and for overall physical and mental health. Wow. If you need nurturing and comforting at this moment, Mother Nature invites you to take respite in her arms. Relax as she provides healing resources that revitalize and restore peace in your mind, your body, and your spirit. Wow. So, when it feels right, do it. Number 32, this leads to 5, which is saying that, this is a conflict. This is a conflict that we're going through. And this is saying that so many people overthink their life, and doing so miss much of what could bring them joy and adventure. The wise old spirit sages may have sat and meditated in their lives, but whenever they were moved to act, they did so without hesitation because they felt it more than thought it. They trusted their inner selves. When your inner self is shouting at you to act, don't sit back. Your instinct is telling you that it is time to take your life to a whole new level now. So believe in what you're doing and remember to enjoy it too. Wow. This is amazing, y'all. This is amazing. So we talked about the rabbit. What we didn't talk about is Ned. So a lot of things been coming up about democracy, the Democrats, the democracy and all this. And this Ned was, founded by Ronald Reagan in the 70s, this National Endowment for Democracy. And it was a system for free press of unions and religions and, political things, and it allowed people to choose their own culture and their own, peaceful means of doing so. And it changed now. It went from that to this in the 60s, 70s. Then Germany came in and they created this APF in 1990. This had something to do with this political foundation. And it became the democracy program before the Brit Parliament, which was this Westminster Address. It did something with the fostering of the infrastructure of a democracy, right? So in 1983, this was the coolest year, the best year ever. And this is when it's like they wanted to form some kind of it was formed independently from the U.S. government. Like, it wasn't a part of the government. So something about this. And after it says by the time, it talked about this apples. Also, this is very important. It's very important to eat the fruits of your local community, because these fruits and vegetables from your local area has antibodies and properties and health benefits to defeat certain sicknesses and immunities to the weather and certain sicknesses in this season. So that's why it's very important for you to eat fruits and vegetables in season and locally. Same thing with the honey. If you have bad allergies, we'll eat local honey. This will be very helpful, especially when we're talking about nature. You know what I mean? Wow. Well, what an amazing reading. You know? Trust in the direction that this spirit, your higher self, the source, trust in the direction that you're being led to go, because it's a beautiful, beautiful direction. I said I was going to pull some tarot cards, so let me just pull tarot cards for you. See what guidance we can get to go along with the reading. Wow, the Oracle of Delphi. This is the spirit help. And it's like, humble yourself. Get down off your high horse. It's like you're gonna get your power taken away when you do that. It's like when you're sucked into this power, it's as if it's like, well, we're not there anymore. And this is number one. This is this initiation. It's as if we're being initiated, but we're being called to shine our light. We're being called to step down and to see our true power, because our true power is not way up here. It's like, well, we have to come down to get this power to be lifted up, to rise up, to rise above. And it's as if we're being gifted with this special knowledge. It's like this hidden knowledge, is secret wisdom. And this is it. Yep, you're all in the Sphinx is this secret freaking wisdom. It's coming from. And here's the Queen of Keys. Wow, amazing. The spirit. And look, she's on top of the world. She's on top of this, like, looking out, She is the queen. Wow, beautiful, y'all. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Hope this was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell if you want to be notified of the next coming videos and the lives. And yeah, stay tuned for more. Love y'all.